We will show you the unusual Cuban instruments just right there, how to play these unusual Cuban instruments, how to pronounce the names of these instruments, and after that, the most famous, let's say, the most famous musical genres we have in the island. Okay? So please be ready and take your drink. Okay? You will enjoy this presentation very much. Let me go now to the first important information. During my briefing, I mentioned the name of Fernando Ortiz. Fernando was a very famous anthropologist, historian, philosopher, everything, okay, just one person. And according to Fernando Ortiz, in order to understand the Cuban music, you have to understand the mix of different genres and styles, okay, that came here, okay, or around here to the island, thanks to the Spanish, the French, the African slaves during the process of colonization. That's why, okay, as you can read here, the music of Cuba comprises a large set of unique traditions, mostly the African, Spaniards, and native. When we say native population, okay, when I said native population, I refer exactly to the Taínos, okay, the most important group we had in the island before the discovery of Christopher Columbus. So the result of this mix, okay, is exactly this, okay? Yes, this is the Cuban music. Oh, let me explain you. The Cuban music is only here in red, okay? Here in red, then in green Jamaican, in blue American, and there in a kind of brown, yellow, green, for real, I don't know this color, okay, sorry for that. This is the Spanish music. So, during this presentation, you will hear the contradanza, the habanera, the classical music, okay, very famous there in early 19th century, late 19th century. Also the punto, trova, and guajira, a complex of three rhythms important in the countryside of Cuba during that century, 19, remember? Then the son, you know, the well-known son, okay, that started there in Santiago de Cuba, the Afro music, the montuno. I will speak also about the danzón, which is the national dance of Cuba also, not only musical genre, remember, also dance. Okay, let me continue. Bolero with feeling, guaracha, here, already 20th century, early 20th century, cha-cha-cha in the middle of the 20th century, then the modern classical music, the new trova as a derivation of the trova, and it's new because it was immediately after the triumph of the Cuban Revolution, and I will explain during the presentation, the songo, the very new trova, the timba, and finally the reggaeton. So, they will play for you, they will help me in order to show you all these musical genres, okay? I will talk also about all this except the reggaeton, okay? Why we don't speak about reggaeton here, and we have a consensus, I think. Yes, we have a consensus, yes, 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 okay. We don't speak about reggaeton first because we don't like it, okay? Second, second, and I think is the most important element, is because we don't consider the reggaeton music. That is not music. First, reggaeton is not reggae. Whenever we say reggae, of course, we are talking about music, with the rhythm, with the composition, sometimes with lyric, okay? But it's okay. But the reggaeton is, properly speaking, is not music. You know, the rhythm is always the same, pam, 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 okay? And also, the lyrics are pretty violent, you know, against the woman. For example, you are my woman and I am your man, I'm going to fuck, sorry. You see, these kind of things, and we cannot demonstrate this reggaeton here, okay? You will complain about that. Let me go now to this idea, because in order to understand how they play, not me, I just studied guitar 2 years, sorry for that, I'm not going to play, and I'm not going to dance, remember, okay? No, because besides that, I have the rest of the team behind the screen, you know, the rest of the dancers, the singers, and the other musicians are there because they have rehearsal after this presentation, and they will laugh, okay? So I'm not going to do it. The other important idea is this one, okay? In any kind of musical genre, we always have rhythm, melody, and harmony, okay? But in the case of Cuba, and the Cuban music, the most important element is, of course, the rhythm. And we want to show you that. According to Julio, and this is something very new, I don't know, we have this discussion since 2 days ago, it's not only the rhythm, it's also what we call in Cuba bomba. Bomba, literally in English, is bomb, okay? But bomba is the feeling the musicians put in every composition, okay? And in every track, okay? So, we also have the rhythm, we also have this bomba, this bomb, this feeling, okay? And now let me go to the unusual Cuban instruments. The first one, and Lazarito will help me with that, is the claves. You have the claves here, the claves there with Lazarito. He will teach you how to play these unusual Cuban instruments, and you have the explanation here because clave is also the rhythmic pattern, okay, for the song, the rumba, etc., etc. So Lazarito, before that, because I love to talk on the stage a lot. So we have like 1 hour, okay. How many years did you study music in there in Havana?
I was studying music for 8 years, 8 years in the music school. And after I began as a professional musician with 16 years old until now. Now I have 38 years old, 22 years of career.
22 years of career, okay? Yes, of course. Probably you think that it's very easy to play these claves and the maracas and the congas and the tumbadora. It's just to hit there, pam, 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 but it's not so easy, people. 22 years of career. Wait, Lazarito, wait, because I have Julio here. Julio is shy, people, okay? So let's help Julio. Julio, how many years did you study music? 12? 12 years. Oh my God, how old are you right now? As a professional musician, how many years? 8 years. 8 years. And Michelle, you? Estudiando? 10 years studying music in Havana, no? What was in Havana? In Santa Clara province, and then he moved to Havana. And as a professional musician, how many years? Almost 20. Almost 20 years of experience, okay? Okay, yes, big round of applause for Julio, also for Michelle. Very professional musicians. So Lazarito, let's go finally to the claves. Sorry for that. Come on. Okay, this is the clave for the rumba, okay? Rumba. Come on. Again, with you, of course, clapping. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Big round of applause for you also. Eh? And now for the song. Okay. Come on. Excellent. Applause for Lazarito. It's very easy, eh? It's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Remember that. This is the basis of the Cuban music. In the rumba and in the song. Okay, let me go now to the second. Let me skip this one, because this is about music. To the second important usual Cuban instrument. Okay, and the name is maracas. You repeat after me, please. Maracas. Excellent. So, Lazarito. Maracas with the song. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Excellent. And now, bolero. Excellent, Lazarito. And now, salsa. Bye-bye, people. I can hear this. Okay, remember the salsa, the bolero, and the son. And as you can see, probably the most important characteristic of these maracas are the seeds inside. Okay, in Cuba we made the maracas with the guira. The guira is a fruit. Okay, so the people dry the fruit and then they put inside the seeds, beans, rice, okay, whatever. Okay. So the most important thing in order to play properly this instrument is to control all the seeds. Okay, you have to control the seeds. That is very difficult in Cuba. In Cuba it's difficult to control everything. Okay? So let's continue with the next one. Let me go now to the guido. Okay? Guido, please people. Guido. So Lazarito, please. It's another guira. Okay? The guido is the name of the musical instrument because of the guira. Remember the fruit. They also dry the guira in order to make this one. Come on. son. They also use this one, this rhythm for the cha-cha-cha. Okay? Changui. This is Changui rhythm. Excellent, Lazarito. A big round of applause for Lazarito. Please, please. The next one is the chequere. Okay? Chequere. Come on. Wake up, come on, people. Chequere. Excellent. Come on. Go. Ah, yes, as you can see in the chequere, the seats are outside, okay, out of the guira. It's a guira also, okay? And again, you have to control the seats. Excellent. Now, Lazarito, please. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay. Yes, he is producing the effect of the bass hitting this chequere there, okay? Bam, bam, and that is the bass. And also moving and shaking at the same time. Okay, thank you, Lazarito. Please have a seat. Applause for Lazarito. People, this is a presentation of Cuban music, okay? I need more energy from you. Let me continue. Chequere. Now with the bongo. Bongo, bongo, bongo is just right there. And Lazarito will show you first the bongo for the son. Okay, the son. Come on, Lazarito. There you have the clave. Tan, 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 tan. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Remember, that is for the son. Okay, let's practice. No, you continue, you continue. And you now clap it, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You see, it's very easy. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Excellent. Now I'm the director of the band also. Applause for you and for the musicians. People, this is very important. If you want to learn how to dance the salsa, the cha-cha-cha, the mambo there, at the swimming pool with the Cuban entertainers, first you have to come here and listen, okay, and pay attention to all these rhythms. Without the rhythms, you cannot dance, okay? So let's go now to the tumbadoras or congas. You have the tumbadoras and congas there, okay? So, Lazarito, son, for the son first. Clave. Okay, very good. Applause for them. Julio, please. Today I am the director of the band, not you. So let me continue now with the bata, very difficult instrument. And let me explain you something, because in Cuba we use the batas most of the time in these ceremonial dances, okay, during, for the African religions. Remember, in Cuba the most important African religions are the Santeria, the Agua Civil Society, and Regla de Palo Monte. In the case of the Santeria, every god and goddess, okay, has a different rhythm. Okay, so Lazarito will demonstrate some of them, just some of them. Okay, the first one, Elewa. Okay, let's hear the Elewa. No surprise, come on, this is a presentation. We had rehearsal last night, and now they have a surprise for me. Okay, okay, let's go. Elewa. This is for Elewa. Elewa is a key that open all the doors, open all the windows, metaphorically of course, open the path to the future, according to this Santeria religion. Excellent, very good. Very good. Now the second one, Ogun. Ogun is another god in this Santeria religion. And this is the rhythm for Ogun. Very good, eh? Let me ask you something. How many hands do you have? Only two? Okay, come on, continue. Repeat, please. Agere Ochosi. Agere, I feel bad now because I don't know how to pronounce that, but I will feel better. Please, people, repeat after me. Agere Ochosi. Oh, you are doing better than me. Come on. Agere Ochosi. Very good. Applause again for Lazarus. And finally, okay, Obatala. Very good. Puti Oya. This is Puti Oya. And finally, Django. Very good, people. Applause for them. Very good musicians. Very good. As you can see, if it's difficult to control the seats of these instruments, it's more difficult to control the musicians, okay? Now let me go to the history section of this presentation, okay? Let's start with the first important step in the history of the Cuban music, and it's regarding the areito, okay? The areito was the ceremonial dance for the Taínos. Remember, the Taínos was the main group that inhabited the island before the discovery of Christopher Columbus. Areito was dance, but areito was also the music. And as you can read here in the areito as a cultural work, we can encounter music, dance, the singing, the play acting, magical rituals, and many others. There are two theories, okay, about this areito, how to dance the areito. According to some scholars, and I don't believe this one, by the way, okay, the areito, they used to dance the areito in that square, okay, the central plaza of the village, these Taínos, okay, and they used to put the stone in the center. You have the stone here, okay, this stone as an altar, and they used to dance around, moving around the stone in circles, okay. But why I don't believe this theory? Because according to the scholars, okay, they used to dance one step forward and one step back. But you cannot move around the stone if you are doing only one step forward, one step back, okay? So according to the second theory, there were two lines, okay? One line here in the center of the stone, and over there the other line, and then of course clapping, one step forward, one step back, and singing at the same time, okay? In Taino language, of course, and I don't know Taino language, so I cannot represent this for you. Let me read now the definition of the areito according to the first important historian we had in Cuba, Bartolomé de las Casas. Bartolomé described the areito like this. And on this island, what I could understand was that the songs which they called areitos where the history passed from person to person, fathers to sons, from the present to the future, as here united many Indians. Remember, at that moment, the Spanish thought that in Cuba we had Indians, okay? So, passing 3 or 4 hours or more until the teacher or guide of the dance finished the history, and sometimes they went from one day to the next. This is regarding the areito. After this, the Spanish, of course, started with the process of colonization. They found the first 7 villas in Cuba, and finally, 1 century after that, they brought the first African slave. Almost 1 million African slaves until 1886. That's why in Cuba we have the presence of these rhythms, okay? Rhythms important also for the religions I mentioned it before. Let's see first the palo. The palo rhythm belongs to the regla de palo monte, the religion, okay? And Lazarito, please help me with palo. Come on.